I don't have a phone that works.
Welcome, guys. Boy, oh boy. What a Saturday. I hope you guys can hear me okay. Let me just check my YouTube. City of the Silent. Hi, City of the Silent. Let me just mute myself there. Welcome to the mix, City of the Silent. I haven't modded you up, so we shall do that instantaneously. Mop, how you doing, man? And I'll give you guys a link in 1 second. You can join the show. Wow, I've actually only heard the most of it just now. Bonnie's listening with me. There you go. Oh, you are a moderator. You are a moderator already. Yeah, you are. So let me get the link for you guys. Wow, just off the scale madness, eh? Off the scale madness, guys, today. And it's never a good idea to air your dirty laundry in public. I mean, we all know that. We all know that. It's never a good idea. But let me give you the link, guys. I was just listening to the last of it, the end of it just now. I mean, rape porn? My goodness. I mean, she's poking every chance she gets to give him a dig at him. Hey, Bonnie? It seems, at least it seems that way. Every chance she gets. Mop's in the house. Hi, Mop. Off the scale, man. I mean, we've just been listening to some of the stuff that they've been talking about, man. And it's obvious there's no love lost between the two of them. I mean, they're absolutely, I mean, Jesus Christ, man. It's just off the scale madness. Absolute madness, guys. Yeah, I think we're all right. So, maybe that way, and I put myself a little bit over this way. Yeah, I'll put some lights on here and you can see a little more. There we go. There's a lot more light up. There we go. All right. Lights in the mix. There we go. Welcome. Put a link over here. Copy. Put it in Discord. There you go. At least I've been told via that via Drag, I think Drag from Drag's crew, something like that. But at least we were reassured, JT and I and City and a few others, we were talking just now in Discord, and they told us that at least someone has going to call the police or, check out a welfare check. And I mean, threatening to kill yourself's one thing, but threatening to kill your whole family, to annihilate your family is another thing. So it's kind of scary. So we were led to believe that someone has called the police or the authorities, whoever. It's a sad Mop. How you doing? It's a sad state of affairs, guys. We've seen this time and time again before, Bonnie, that people don't get mental health help until they have to commit a crime or something almost, At least it seems that way. Hey, Jim, how you doing, man? Let me give you guys the links. You guys can join us. So let me just... Okay, I'm just out of the bathroom for washing. Let me give you guys the links. And feel free to join us. Hi, 1600. How you doing? How you doing? Wow. Well, I haven't actually watched the whole thing yet. So, oh no, that's the wrong link. That's the wrong link. This is the right link. I've only got 5 spaces, so get in quick. There you go. There's a link, guys, to join us. But wow, off the scale, man. Off the scale. Crazy. Seriously, off the scale crazy. And I mean, I think Rev's saying a lot of stuff that we've already told him for, we've been telling him for years. Rev, you need to get help, man. You need to get out of there. But we've seen this situation before where people are put in this sort of like catch-22 situation, that they literally have to commit a crime or, do something almost illegal before they'll get, noticed by the police, or the police will involve themselves. Hi, Villa. Hi, Mop. There's Mop in the mix. Hi, Mop. How you doing, man? Welcome to the mix. You're probably muted. See if I'm up. Still nothing. Take your time up. You'll figure it out. Villa, crazy time, huh? Did you catch it? I mean, I've got now to watch. Let's see, how much have we seen? I'm up to 121, and I think it's got another 8 minutes, 9 minutes. And I mean, there's so much has been revealed today that just madness. Take your time, up. Take your time. There's more than enough time and room for everyone. Oh, well, not for everyone, but take your time, up. Just bizarre. Just absolutely bizarre. The truths have been told. And I mean, you can see that she's pushing him as far as she can. And you can see that. There's Mop again. Let's try it.
All right. I think we're good now.
We got you, man.
Awesome. How are we doing?
I'm doing fine. How are you doing, Mop, today? This fine.
I'm good. I'm good.
Did you catch that whole thing today?
Yep, the whole thing.
We've got Kaitlyn in the mix. Kaitlyn from Exclusive, guys. Prepare
shit.
Oh, yeah. Who could Kaitlyn possibly be? Huh?
Ooh, I don't know.
Feeling that we might be bending minds, but who knows? Let's add Kaitlyn to the mix. Well, I mean, it was just a question of time, Villa. Welcome, Kaitlyn. Oh, boy.
Eat your heart out, fellas.
Welcome, Kaitlyn. You're exclusive, eh, girl?
I'm not saying I was up in that booty.
Oh, man.
Beautiful.
I'm just saying that it was indeed my duty.
What a train wreck, eh, man? What a train wreck. I think we all seen it coming, Villa.
Oh, yeah. Yep, didn't Secular call it? You said he called it this weekend.
Yeah. I mean, you can see the pressure. It's like,
No, he 100%. I mean, he didn't call the specifics because
Well, yeah.
who could have ever done that? But he absolutely, we were talking privately, and he said, dude, I guarantee you this weekend's just going to hit the fan. And, I mean, the first thing they did Saturday morning is fucking turn it up to 11.
Yep, first thing.
And JT's just told us, she first privatized it, at least for us. It wasn't finished 5 minutes till, if you clicked on it, I paused it and I shouldn't have.
Well, look, check it out. It's there's tons of links. If you need a link, I can give you one.
No, I've got it now. I've got it from
But
YouTube.
the video was up on their channel, but you have to be a member of their thing to watch it.
Which means you got to pay.
Right.
Devious shit, eh? What a devious wife, huh?
I mean, you know, hey, she said she was out there trying to hustle.
If you wanted to do something special.
Do they realize like people can download the streams, or do they just?
They're simple people, man. You know.
I get that, but goddamn.
And for the people saying that everyone was going to predict that, you know, obviously everyone knew that the shit was going to hit the fan eventually. I'm just saying, Rolo picked the day, like this weekend. It's going to happen.
Yeah.
Excellent, man.
That's good.
Oh, you know what's also very remarkable? If you watch it from the beginning, he starts off, actually, you'd almost get the impression that he's jealous. Why are you getting up at 6 a.m?
He's not jealous. He's pissed because she's calling him a piece of shit when he's sleeping. That's why he's mad. He's mad because he wakes up to his wife saying, we're broke because my husband won't get a job. I mean, can you imagine? You just spent $700,000 on this sea cow?
She was trying to whisper that too. Like you could tell she was being quiet.
This is her MO, man. This is what she does.
Yep.
This is why he gets so. Look, she 100% was trying to get him pissed. Now, does she know? Does she know he was going to spit on her and bow up at her and all that shit? No, she didn't know that. But what she did, she got exactly what she wanted. I'm confident of two things. That's what she wanted to happen, and the police, if they're not there now, they've been there. 100% confirmed. The cops know what's going on. Now, is Rev going to go to jail or get what? I have no idea. But I know the cops know. And when you start saying you're going to kill everybody in the house and kill yourself, you got to.
Yeah, that was fucked
up.
Not
good. No,
that was fucked up.
Not good. But
they're not going to let you stay just in case you do, because then the cops can get sued.
Well, did you catch the bit about some guy had offered her $125 for a video, but Rev had to be in it too. So it was, in other words, a sex video from Rev and her. And for $125.
Well, it was Kaitlyn revving her, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Man, you could pay me $125 and I still wouldn't want to see those two getting it together.
No, dude. No.
Not at all. Rev doesn't even seem like he's into that either. Like, he just goes along with it.
Exactly, Mop. You notice, he actually said, I didn't want to do that. And she said, well, it's nothing you'd never done before. And he actually added to that, well, I didn't want to do it then. Kenny, you made me, sort of thing,
Yeah. And I mean, he's responsible for himself, all that good stuff. But yeah, she tries to manipulate whatever she can. That's for fucking sure.
Well, just like Blue says, a lot of people, this has just made their weekend, man. I mean, we all knew it was coming. It's a pressure cooker, man. There's no love there, if there ever was love.
No, not at all. Really, I agree, Blue. This made my morning. It was a very good day.
No matter how bad a day you had, no matter how bad a situation your life is in, you were not waking up next to Shanny, $16,000 in debt.
Yeah. Yeah. $16,000.
You're not that.
Obviously, they got their stimulus check, guys. They haven't paid a penny off their debt.
Well, they didn't get $16,000.
No, they went to McDonald's, didn't they?
Oh yeah.
They probably got $5,600 or whatever, but that's not even that's like a third of what they owe.
I don't even think they got that. I think she said they got it was less than $2,000 or.
Well, all her kids get a $1,400 check too, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh,
so that's her and 2 kids. So that's,
yeah,
and Rev. So that'd be $5,600.
Bizarre. Mr. U's in the mix.
That's what we got. Yeah, that's what we got.
Yeah, I mean, listen, man. She's basically begging for drugs. It's like Rev more or less said it. He didn't say it, black and white, but he said it between the lines. Even when you got the money, you won't pay the bills. So, her drugs are her medicines because, she's self-diagnosed, as JT and I were chatting about earlier.
Yeah.
So, it's her medication, guys. It's her medication.
Medication, yeah.
Yeah, medication time.
What blows my mind is that she is clearly obese and shit. So she could go get disability for something if she got a real diagnosis.
Clearly obese. Exactly. That's putting it kindly.
Yeah,
right?
Morbidly.
She's she's literally a different species of fucking hominid.
You're right. All right. Well,
she's something else.
If she just went to the doctor with that, she could get a diagnosis and people would stop. I wouldn't shit on her for that because that I think is obvious to anybody that she can't even fucking move. She's useless. But it's her attitude. It's her attitude, That's
it's her attitude. He slammed her in this video also about waiting for 3.5 years for her getting her SSI. And then she says, well, you told me not to.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
It was just one big pass the buck fest. But as Avila said, and as Twisted said, she's pushing his buttons every time. Be it subliminally or be it right in his face, she's pushing his buttons, guys. And she wants, I think she's seriously going to try and 50.
She wanted him to punch her on camera. So again, whether or not she uses it today or not, who knows? But she just wants that in the bank for when the time comes.
Yep.
Yeah, Lilsboat says how hard it is to eat less. In the 2 years she's been, gross, morbidly eating, and the way she has in bed. I wouldn't be a bit surprised that she is. She is, of course, by all statistics and all body mass indexes.
Yeah.
Grossly, morbidly obese. But hey, Red told us how fast she can move when she's going to hit him, guys, eh?
Dude, if she died, her carcass could feed a small Filipino village for 2 months.
Maybe three.
Our God washed up ashore.
It's a crap she also eats, Lilsboat. It's crap she eats, absolute shite. It's processed food. She's been bragging this week. We haven't been paying carryouts because you've got no fucking money. You can't pay for food to come to your house anymore. And begging to pay her electricity bill. Did
y'all see her she was cooking pizza or something, and she had some bread in a bowl. Yeah, and she used a shirt to cover the bread. That shirt had 1.5 pounds of cat hair on it. Did y'all see that?
Yeah.
God almighty.
White shit all over it.
We seen her morning routine last week. Her morning routine is she gets up, she sprays dry shampoo in her hair. She doesn't even wash her face, man. She just puts the makeup straight on. The morning gown she had on was filthy, and the thing she put on afterwards, was even dirtier, man. And don't forget, she claims she's cleaning the place up all the time too, guys.
Oh, of course, yeah, always cleaning.
Always cleaning. Welcome. Hi, how you doing?
So day. Bit more pain than normal, but what are you going to do?
Yeah, hey,
you could go online and beg for money. You could do that.
Yeah. I mean, I could, but
you've got some standard for self-respect.
It's like exactly. I beg for money in private under a pseudonym, obviously. But you're gonna do it smart. Come on, girl.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Low food. Cat hurts calorie free, guys.
Well,
what do you guys think is this thing about G-Man paying the bills, guys?
That was interesting. That was very interesting.
Dude, there are so many nuggets.
How is he paying the bills, though?
Yeah.
I don't know. They just send each other money back and forth, little bits here and there. It's probably not paying for shit, but I think Rev's point still stands is that G-Man's giving him money. And
I think it's just rent. I think it's just rent to live in their house, I guess, even though they said they gave it to him. I mean, who believes that, man?
Yeah.
I mean, considering G-Man allegedly has a wife and child, allegedly in Jamaica, that he allegedly owes a lot of money to.
Wow.
So he allegedly gets money under the desk, like backhanders, so he doesn't have to pay the debt. So if he actually had that house and it was given to him legally, that would be on paper, and that means that house would be half his alleged wife.
I got you. All right.
So, and yeah, I just think, wait, wasn't there meant to be this whole legal thing where he was like, I'm going to take you to court, man. And it's like, how the fuck, one, you're going to pay for it? And two, if that goes on paper, then isn't the government going to seize it because you owe them money?
Listen, you clearly aren't very well versed in tard law.
Yeah, true.
You got to learn some things.
No, but then my brain can only hold so much, and it might push something important out, like breathing. Like, I don't understand how Shani heard him threaten her children and stayed in that house.
That was fucked up.
Hey, she's just going to play a video game and relax.
I got to go clear my mind, play some games.
To answer the question of Mr. Lullsboat here, I agree with Freedom Fighter. Listen, I have no doubt that Shani was trying to make Rev pissed. I have no doubt of that.
Oh, no.
Rev is incapable of, putting on a ruse this complicated. Like, Rev, there are moments in there, he spits in her face, and he literally puts his finger in the middle of her head and flicks it and says, if I had a gun, I'd blow your brains out.
This is actually an abuse technique. So, normally, abusers obviously never want to be seen as the abuser.
No.
So what they often do is framing or staging, which is where, let's say, in the house they're pushing your buttons.
Yeah, it's called
and no one else can see it. And then you go out to meet with your friends for a drink, and they just snidely say one little thing that everyone's like, "Oh, it's nothing, it's fine." But then you snap because they didn't see that 2 hours before that they were pushing your buttons on and on and on and just trying to get you there. And they waited till the last minute when there were witnesses to say, look how bad they are. So when they break up, or if the person ever tries to say, no, they were abusing me, they go, no, we saw you screaming at them. We saw you doing this. We saw you doing that. You were the one being a dick. And it's something they do. It is a proper technique. We saw it with Shani in one of the fights ages ago, where on Dreadnought's channel, the joke one like, please don't yell.
Yeah.
She looks at the camera to make sure she's in shot.
Oh yeah.
To go that is staging. That is her setting the scene for this narrative. And again, when the last argument where she was going, I'm trying to de-escalate. This is what I was taught in therapy.
Yeah.
It's like, that's not de-escalation. That's, again, her riding up, trying to make herself look like the victim, herself look like the weak one.
And very subliminally knocking in and pushing every button she can, every time she can.
Yeah.
And I'm only talking to you the way I was taught to in therapy. So it's even exculpatory. You know, she's even separated herself one stage away because it's what I was told to say in therapy, you know, to de-escalate. But it obviously wasn't working. And she is so sly. She's so skilled at this, guys. This is the story of her life. She's been doing this all her life, I guess. And she's brought it to a fine art, I guess.
Well, I mean, I think Shanny had every intention of arguing publicly, right? Again, the person that is incapable of like putting on a show here is Rev. Rev doesn't have it. He doesn't have it in him to go to do what he did today is insane.
Yeah.
There's no way that was a joke. And not only that, again, I think you're half right. Like I said, I think Shanny totally her only intent in doing what she did was to make Rev mad.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And if someone send her $20, all the better.
Exactly. And of course, to make her the victim once again. You know, I'm the eternal victim. Always.
It is literally the sole reason of that behavior is to.
Well, it's not even the first time. This is like her MO. This is what she does. Like she's done this several times. If you remember back to the big fight they had right around New Year's Eve, they had a big fight. They fought. It was the first time that I'd ever seen them fight really hard. And they made up over the course of the night. They made up. Everything was fine. You know, he went and got her some Burger King and, you know, stuffed that in her mouth, and everyone was happy, and they went to sleep. So an hour later, maybe two, Shanny gets on stream, and she's real quiet at the foot of the bed whispering while Rev's asleep. And she's dogging the fuck out of him, saying, look what he does to me. Look how he does. And when Rev sees that, he flips out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, have you guys seen, he has, on his channel, he has a playlist called Shorts. And he actually has a short moment. It's only like 30 seconds, 40 seconds. And whether it's being sardonic, sarcastic, cliche, I'm not sure. But I'll look it up for you guys in a moment. But he literally says, you know, my wife beats me. My wife lies all the time. I'm abused. I'm in a really rotten situation. Let me find it for you guys. Hey, Lardo, how you doing, man?
Well, there's about 5 or 6 links up. So if anybody that missed it, if you're in the Discord, the THN Discord or Dragnauts Discord, if you're in any of those,
it's there.
Yeah, it's there. It's everywhere.
It's available, yeah.
I mean, and I would just want to say, with the exception of maybe the first 10 minutes or so, maybe the first 15, it's a little bit, you know, it's just Shanny crying.
Yeah.
But once Rev enters stage left, it is a bonanza from that point on.
It's over. It is all good.
There are no dull spots. It's 100% all hit, no quit.
Like
it'll make you spit on your wife and shoot your kids. It's that good.
Scary watching the amount of fucking gaslighting she does. Like it's a psychiatry student fucking wet dream of something to do for their dissertation. Like they could get like they could create an entirely new class of mental illness. It is literally insane. I don't want to be, that's not meaning like the exaggeration, it's insane. Like it's actually fucking insane. I've
never seen like a dysfunctional couple this bad just stream their shit to the fucking world.
I've made no secret that I have been in very bad relationships. I have habitually made very bad choices with men a lot of the time. But I'll tell you what, when I was in relationships with men that were physically violent, do you know what I never did? Fucking gob off about them when they could hear and fucking antagonize them. Because I'd be like, the minute I'm in private, away from eyes, I'm going to get the shit beaten out of me for doing that.
Did you stream it?
Yeah.
Oh, obviously, yeah. Every second of it. It was on pay-per-view. Like, you know, all those boxing matches between heavyweights and all that shit. Like that.
Guys, I find this. Let me just share this with you guys for a moment. I mean, what's your take on this? Just give me one moment. It's only 30 seconds. Let me show you guys. Here we go. Alrighty, that's it there. Okay, here we go.
Oh my God, the hair.
Fucking wife I have. Do you want to know what kind of wife I have? She's right now down there airing everything about all the problems I've been going through, looking at hentai rape porn and stuff. Because I had that massive rage, massive amounts of mental anguish, and yeah, it's because of her. She's right now totally slandering me. So.
Yep, I remember.
Get ready for a wild ride.
Yeah, this was up for a while. This is the day after their first big throwdown. And this is what I was talking about. She did the video while he was asleep. Right, he wakes up, he sees it.
Fuck it. Joe Biden did not win.
Sorry, guys. Okay. Go ahead, JP.
She didn't even bat on. That's what I'm saying, man. Like she knew he was going to get. This guy was literally screaming, "If you don't get the cops here to put me in the psych ward, I'm going to kill myself." And she was like, "Well, you got to make an appointment."
Like, yeah, like we need the gas rev.
Yeah, come on. Yeah. Jesus.
I mean, those cooking videos, guys, it's like Von Houten over again. It's just processed food that needs to be rehydrated, like Lardo said. I mean, it's not cooking.
Look,
it's just
if they made good life decisions, Steve, none of us would watch them.
Exactly. Yeah, you're right, man. You're right. 100%. I'm right.
If they were just two idiots online being idiots, I don't think anyone would care. But
no.
The racism, the live streaming her child having thoughts of wanting to be thoughts of wanting to unalive themselves.
Yep, that's it for me. It's the children.
The racism, there are lots of YouTube.
Racism was so bad you had to say it twice.
Yeah, I can't There's lots of YouTubers that are just dumb people doing dumb things, and they kind of just exist and no one really cares. But when it's something damaging, what are you going to do? Just be like, oh yeah, leave it so people think it's okay. Because I don't necessarily agree with that kind of thing, and I'm like, it's the same mentality with Pose. When a pose bad, when people can't differentiate between the two and take it as a real thing.
Yeah.
Because pose can be dangerous because some people don't understand it's jokes. Yeah. And
wait, what is it?
I don't think it's where someone pretends to be. Oh, it's had
pretends to be naive or stupid or dumb or whatever.
It's where someone trolls so bad, someone trolls so well, you can't tell if they're actually trolling or.
I never heard of that.
I hadn't until I got into watching a lot of atheist YouTubers, and I think Cyrus the Skeptic was the one that introduced me to the concept when I showed him Church of Gale. And he was like, "Is she a Poe? Is she a Poe? Is that real? Is she,
I got you. Yeah,
is this real?
She's real."
Yeah, so that's why he was. That's like a Poe. You can't tell if that's real life or if she's trolling.
But see, Lois Bolt, you're projecting your normality onto these crazy people. That's where you're messing up. You can't project your. That's what you just said is completely reasonable. If I was arguing with my old lady, I would. The last thing I would do was cut on the internet, right, so everyone could see.
Yeah, mate, I don't argue with my partners fucking and out in the street or something. I'd be like,
we say
this is going to happen in the house. If people want to watch,
right? We call each other cunts behind closed doors.
People argue. They can watch Jeremy Kyle and pay for their fucking TV license. I am not doing it.
I mean, I make sure that we call each other cunts behind locked doors. You know what I'm saying? I don't do it out in the street.
Well, I mean, it's the oldest, lesson in the book. Don't watch your dirty washing.
Yeah, I mean, you knew that when you were a teenager.
Exactly. Yeah, and I mean,
those explains why they're still stuck there.
Yeah. I hear you.
But again, if they had that kind of good common sense, what would we be talking about at 11:30 on a Saturday morning?
Exactly, man.
Nothing.
Exactly. Oh, Lardo, you're in for a treat, man. Where do you see this stuff, man?
It's hardcore, man. I mean, some of it's really rough. I'm laughing because I really don't think Rev has it in him to do anything nuts. But I mean, at the same time, I'm sure every time someone's gone nuts, there's been 10 people say, "Oh, that guy will never do anything."
Yeah, exactly. It's one of those things you won't see it coming until it happens.
Yeah.
I'm with JP also. I sometimes, I'd hit myself for doing it. Sometimes I almost feel sorry for him. I mean, he's a.
I do feel sorry for him. I straight up do. I think if if you could put the soul of a decent human being inside of Shanny, I don't think you'd see this side of Rev. I really don't. Now, could I be wrong? Certainly.
No, I feel like if he was with any other woman, he'd be the piece of shit. Yeah, but because he's with Shanny,
I think he's a mirror. I think he's a mirror of whatever. Like if she was a really good person, I think he'd be. I'm not saying he'd be a great partner. He's an idiot, right? Obviously, he just wouldn't be mean. He wouldn't be nasty to her. But Shanny has done some nasty shit to him too.
Don't his brain
I genuinely think if he was with in a normal relationship with a stable, functional person,
just a non-crazy person. She doesn't have to be perfect, just non-crazy.
I don't even think all the racist shit would be about.
That's what I'm saying.
If he was with a normal person, because they'd be like a stabilizing force for
He's a
him.
mirror. He's a mirror for whoever he's around.
A stable, normal relationship, because at the moment, we both know he actually is quite childish, and I do think there's a reason for it.
Sure.
If he's been an alcoholic for long enough, it's probably inhibited his brain development. And whether it's his fault now or not is neither here nor there. It's happened to him. But he is like a child in the fact that he needs a stable relationship without. What do children do when they're in unstable environments that cause them to be very panicky and not okay and scared? They get angry, they lash out, they misbehave. It's the same like Rev's behavior is doing. He is a man-child, and she is so bad for him. She's making everything unstable and scary and just not good.
Yeah, well, there's a thing in psychiatry called togetherness, and it is exactly what JT's saying. It's where one not only mirrors, but it's a sort of bonding. They bond through. Bonnie? So I know the specific word in Dutch. It's saamhorigheid, but I think it's translated as basically it's togetherness, and it's exactly
codependent maybe.
Yeah, well, it's basically just what you guys are saying there. When you're in a relationship with a bad person, you mimic, you join in that behavior to feel more united with them, and that's exactly what you guys are saying.
I mean, I think Rev just gives back what she gives him. That's what I'm saying.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And not only that, Mr. Unite over here, Rev is literally Mouse with 25 extra fucking IQ points.
Yeah, that is how I feel about it. Honestly,
pretty much what he is. But when Rev's pissed, he sounds the most cogent, the most. When he's fucking fired up, he does not sound like a wet brain dipshit. He sounds like a man on a mission.
Yeah, he definitely doesn't sound like as much of one when he's pissed off.
We got to hear a bit of the real Rev today. We really did, and we heard a lot of real truths. I believe. I think.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, listen. At the end of the day, everyone is responsible for the actions they take. I don't care what someone says. You can't threaten to kill your whole family, right? You just can't do that.
No,
you just can't do that. I'm not saying I'm not saying that he should hit her, but I understand, right? I get
you can have
where he's coming from.
Yeah.
Even when you explode, there are limits to what. I don't know. There are limits to what you say. The children aren't. They have no. It's not their fault.
Sure.
100%. It's not their fault. If he'd have said, "I should put a bullet between your head because your kids would be better off without you," I'd be doing them a favor.
That's still really, really bad, but it's better.
Low, but at least you're saying you're going to do something.
Well, I mean, I think it's pretty clear.
It's hard to say. No,
I think it's pretty clear he doesn't really. I mean, I think deep
he
down,
love those children.
Well, I mean, look, they're not his kids. Number one, and number two, I imagine they remind him that he's not their dad early and often. And I also will remind you, this guy has spent $750,000 on these people for the last 3 years. So maybe he's a little bit resentful. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, he said nasty shit to him before. I've seen him,
and that doesn't excuse it. I'm just saying.
No,
I understand.
But you know what, guys? I'm going to predict something. When the cops do leave, or if they take Rev with them now, whatever's going to happen, you'll see her on in a flat.
100 guaranteed. She'll be having oh my God, they took my husband and I got no income. He's got all the fobs and all the
fobs.
He's got everything and I have nothing.
Both their names or just his?
I don't think so. I think it's in his name. I think he's the one.
If he does go to prison, they're not legally
he won't
married.
Go to prison.
He has no right. She has no right to live there then if it's not in.
Well, he won't go to prison. I mean, he will be more than likely, if anything happens, he will more than likely be put on like a psych hold, which they call it a 5150, and it's usually lasts 72 hours at minimum.
Sort of psych evaluation.
But a doctor has to sign off and say you're okay, right? So in other words,
imagine all the things that's going to come out.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Once he gets in there, there's no telling what's going to happen, right?
Well, does a doctor have to sign off on that? Because I mean, I was in a psych ward for the same amount of time, 72 hours. This was years ago, and they're required to give you the 72-hour paper to fill out within like 72 hours. But they didn't. They gave it to me a week and a half later because these places are fucked. But that is the law. They're supposed to give it to you within like 3 days.
Okay.
And I don't know if a doctor has to sign off on that or not. As long as you're not completely fucked up, then they should be able to just let you out if you sign that.
I can see her having those moments time-stamped, those threats time-stamped, and as soon as the cops show up, she'll be able to show them that. No, she's going.
Yeah, but then there's everyone else with the other side of the evidence, and I'm sure everyone would be more than willing to put it forward and show, because I don't agree with any kind of like
the last
abuse in relationships, and they're both just fucking awful for each other. Like,
well, when she tried to get in jail the last time, Villa, the cops took each other.
Oh, that backfired so bad, didn't it?
Big time, and within a half an hour, you could see the scales of justice slowly tipping to her side.
Her fake panic attack. Wait, what's he saying?
Yeah, it's so fucking fake, man. It was so fake. Father Judgment, welcome to the mix. Also, FJ is going to be joining us in a while. And Father Judgment, regarding the last time, man, there's nothing you'll say, even if we're contrary, regarding politics, religion, whatever,
Where did the beautiful Kaitlyn go?
Beautiful Kaitlyn? Well, we know she's exclusive. So
That's
she'll
true.
be back.
That is true.
I'm sure she'll be back. But wasn't that, rape porn? Are you for real?
I heard that. What the fuck was that?
Yeah,
Who
scary.
said that? Was that Shandy saying it to Rev?
Yeah,
Or Rev?
Shandy was saying that Rev watches hentai rape porn and that he is a disgusting degenerate and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, well, okay, like, I quite like kinky stuff. I'm quite into BDSM. And as far as that side of kind of pornographic content goes, it's hentai, it's animation, it's not real. And just because a lot of people watch those sorts of things, it doesn't mean they actually go and do that to a person. If they're watching the content, it normally means they're
but is there a difference between BDSM and rape porn? Because like rape porn sounds a little more.
There are rape fetishes within BDSM.
Well, the biggest difference is that it's really fucking hilarious when your fucking partner points out that you watch rape porn. But that's the big difference.
Yeah. That's the best part.
There are a lot of people that are into that. Like, there are a lot of people that are into rape fetishes, both men and women. There are people that want to be and want to, but it's also consensual. It's consensual role play where you reenact that kind of
He also had like prolapses and stuff, and I didn't even know what that was.
I mean, it's probably because it's the closest thing to what Shani's ass actually looks like naturally.
Oh my god!
Oh no!
Like the fact that even exists is upsetting to me.
Yeah, me too, man. Me too. But
what is it? Ballooning or something?
I don't even know what that is. Do not pollute my virgin ears with this insanity. I don't even want to be tempted to look at that shit.
I can't remember who told me about that fucked up thing.
Well, stop.
It might have been drag.
Sad enough.
In that little short video I just played you just now, he actually also mentioned that also. My wife's down there talking about me watching rape hentai and stuff. So.
Well, see, that was the thing.
He did mention it in there.
Yeah, well, that was the thing she was getting on him about. That's when all that came out, was that New Year's Eve fight.
Okay, wow.
And the reality is, the reality is that they had a real fight, and then because Shani realized how embarrassing it was, she tried to tell Rev, "Hey, let's pretend like we were joking." Yeah, and that's that's when they came up with the whole, we're performance actors and all this bullshit.
Like, what is it? She ended up looking like bad, and Rev wasn't like, Rev told the truth. She got pissed off and went on a hate campaign on her own husband. Mm-hmm. And then after that, when it was everyone else's fault, and we were the one lying and making stuff up and trying to split them up.
Well, I mean, it's the same old story with all these people, right? Like all of their problems stem because people watch the content I put out there on YouTube and talk about it. Like at the end of the day, none of this, we wouldn't be talking about it if you guys didn't come on a fucking camera.
Yeah,
like, it's none of our.
I've said this before too. Is that if these people just did mic and didn't do camera, like we could still get some good shit, but it wouldn't be nearly as clickbait. Like it wouldn't be nearly as easy to get people on board with it. But they put themselves on camera without showering for 2 fucking weeks.
It's repulsive, and it makes you feel better. Easy. It makes you feel better when your boss yelled at you, and you had a shitty day. You come home, and you know what? At least I'm not Von Hilton.
I'm not Shanny and Rev. Yep.
Right. I'm not waking up next to that beast.
Like, for me, it makes me feel a hell of a lot better about my life and stuff. It's like, I've made bad choices. I've got health problems, things like that, and I'm just like,
look, none of us are here are devoid of having embarrassing moments in our lives.
Exactly.
Everyone has, right?
Oh, yeah.
The difference is we don't fucking upload it to the internet.
We don't stream it with full widescreen camera. Fucking
you mean kind of like back in the old blog TV days of streaming your household 18
that's just
hours.
mental illness, man. That's just madness.
Standing over a pile of 15 used, soiled, filled diapers in your doorway, screaming, "You trolls don't know anything that goes on in my home."
Auntie Lobster's at Emo's. Going to Emo's, isn't he?
Oh, shit.
Are they there? Or are they just...
I don't know. I know they were driving there today, weren't they?
Yeah, they were. They're heading there. Yeah.
Oh, really?
I had the stream up, but...
I maintain that Emo is probably now drinking those laxatives and storing all those nappies by the door to use as projectiles.
I just want them to knock on the door and have them crack it just enough so they can tell me what it smells like in there.
It's going to be bad.
Oh my God.
Did you see the pail? Did you see the diaper pail?
Man.
Oh.
It'll be bad. Trust me.
What's that? Just a
What's that?
Diapers?
Yeah, Emo showed a video of his pail full of dirty diapers.
A diaper pail.
He's been talking about it for like half a year or more, and we finally got to see it. It was
those things
as you'd
smell
expect.
jank enough when it's a baby's crap, let alone a grown-up size
Let alone
turd.
Emo.
It's
Like grown-up
hobbit-sized turds in that bad boy.
Oh no!
The thing is, those cartridges, they have a very long shelf life. Like, those cartridges hold like 50, 100.
I don't know, man. I've never shit in a diaper. I mean, I did, but I don't remember. So
yeah, me neither, man.
I've thought back that long.
I got one as like
I have no metric for like how to. I just have no metric for how to get rid of adult-sized diapers.
Yeah, the only diaper knowledge I have are
one.
6-month-old children. You know?
Do they even make diaper pails for grown-ups? I thought they only made them for babies.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's called a hefty 55-gallon trash drum.
I mean, he buys them. He doesn't even get the name brand ones. He gets the off-brand. Instead of Depends, he gets a Tins.
A Tins. I've seen them sitting in the background.
It's the Walmart brand. Yeah.
Tins is like the expensive one over in the UK.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Maybe
does Emo know that Grumpy's heading his way?
I think so.
I don't know.
Yeah, he was talking about it last night.
But is Grampy actually, is he on his way? Has he live streamed?
They're live. Some shit name. Yes.
If you go to Masshole Report, that's his channel.
They're driving somewhere.
I got Package travelled over.
You know them, Father J. I'm sure you know them.
No, I don't watch any of the emo people.
You know, unfortunately for emo and all that crowd, like Shanny and Rev have outshined them. And you know, if the lowest cal of the year award was to drop today, my vote would have to go to Rev and Shanny. I mean, they're heads and shoulders.
And today, today, but they just dropped a nuclear bomb today.
Dude, JT,
look,
straight up
upload trash. You've got to. They're like the Coronation Street.
Yeah.
Like Lol's pals. It's going on decades now. constantly, like every day, every other day, you know they're going to say something stupid, you know they're going to be there for you. Those down days, you could just turn on YouTube and be like, at least that's not my life. I feel so much better now.
Exactly. Well, that's therapeutic. I mean, it's better than just saying, "Oh, I love to hit on them today." If it makes you feel better, it's working. It's therapeutic. But you know what's remarkable, also, guys, how devious she is. The fact how quickly she privatized that thing. Now she's got it up for members.
Yeah, it's up for sale, basically.
Yeah. And I've seen this before. I mean, I like to watch true crime stuff, and you know what it is? I've seen this before in true crime, where people, it's like that guy who shut up that school in Florida. His aunt, as soon as his foster mom died, his aunt called the cops and said, "Listen, this kid's got an AR. He's been threatening to kill people. He's been talking about it. He's been talking about shooting in
Talking
school."
about Parkland?
Yeah, the Marjorie.
Dude, there were like literally dozens of reports, and if you look into it, it was like the school had this policy because he was Hispanic or Latino. They had this policy because they felt like too many kids of color were getting arrested. That policy is what led to that guy. There were literally dozens and dozens of people said, "Hey, he's literally threatening to come shoot us at school."
Yeah. Before he'd stopped shooting everyone in the school already.
The cops have been, they knew exactly what I'm saying is he slipped through the cracks of a policy that was, I mean, I guess it was good-hearted in nature, but it was stupid.
Exactly. I mean, he got thrown out of that school at one point just because he wore a backpack, and he was, they didn't even want him wearing a backpack because maybe he's got a mini AR-15, whatever. But the point I'm trying to make is I've seen this time and time again where people have got to cry for help. The option of being 5150 apparently isn't there, and where they literally have to commit a crime before they'll get the mental health care that they so desperately need. And that's
that happens sadly, a lot, unfortunately, with like nonces.
Yeah,
there have been cases where they've gone as teenagers, wait, this isn't right, I shouldn't be attracted to like a child. Mm-hmm. And then the therapist is like, sorry, we can't do anything until you actually hurt a child.
Exactly, man.
And sadly, there have been times some of these, these school shooters have been on the FBI. I mean, literally
over and over
questioned by the FBI, local sheriff's departments. One of the shooters was contacted by the local police department like 14 times, but because of legal blockades put in saying he's a juvenile, this information can't be disclosed to this agency. That's all kept quiet.
And on the one hand, I know this may not be popular to say, but like when a motherfucker boards an airplane with a box cutter determined to die, there's really no defense against that. I mean,
there is.
Dude, you're gonna live in prison.
I mean, straight up, any individual who performs an act with all willing intent to die.
Yeah, there's no defense. There's pretty much no defense, right? I mean, I know it's sad and it's a bummer.
Waking up that morning, their intention is to be dead by the end of that day.
I mean, any individual who performs an act.
Whoopi, welcome, man.
Die. Yeah, there's no defense.
Whoopi, you need to mute your YouTube, buddy.
I know it's waking up that morning, their intention is to be dead by the end of that day. I mean, any individual who performs an act.
Whoopi, welcome, man.
Die. Yeah, there's no defense.
Whoopi, you need to mute your YouTube, buddy. I know it's
waking up that morning, their intention is to.
There we go.
Okay, I got
it's like Streamception.
All right. Whoopi from Florida. How you doing, man?
Hello. I missed the whole thing.
It's up there. You can get it. There's
dude, there copies are everywhere.
I only. Oh, by the way, hello everybody. I only have one question. What happens when one of God's anointed starts slapping around another one of God's anointed?
Archangels, buddy. Yeah,
that is a good question.
I mean, how does that work?
Exactly. Well, how do they get to show their brown eye man in the kitchen? I mean, who thought that was a great idea for an archangelic fucking Amos?
Oh my God.
Well,
God's going to have to pick a favorite. I don't know.
I understand, yeah. I mean, delusion, Bobby?
I mean, I think my money's on Rev as to who God would pick amongst the anointed. Shani, Shani's just done a lot more fucked up shit than him.
Just on net negative value, I guess. Yeah.
Lardo, I just put in the private chat over here a link to one of the mini copies. So
okay, good. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I'm having today, Lardo.
I'm having trouble getting into Discord. It says I was banned.
Really, man?
For all of Discord.
For violation of terms of service. I've never even been there. I've signed up for Discord.
Oh, that's wild.
I've never been there.
What the fuck?
If you probably use an email from like an email service they don't recognize anymore or something like that. I know Discord can be a little bit janky when it comes to stuff like that.
Yeah, that could be. I think that's what's going on because I've never been there. I did sign up, but secular shows are usually way too late. I'm sleeping by that time. I've never shown up there. But anyway, thanks for the link.
It gets interesting after about 15 minutes, Popey. It gets, it takes about 15 minutes, but once it kicks off, man, it kicks off.
Yeah, okay, good deal. Good deal. Thank you.
Good.
Thank you.
I mean,
I knew it was only a matter of time.
Yeah,
bro.
Before this,
just straight up, she gets spit on. Dude threatens to murder her whole family. He calls her a big fat pig and says that his cock is worthless because it's been inside her. It is some of the wildest shit.
Who's gonna want me now after I've been with you?
I miss
cock off. After I shag you, I want to rip my cock off.
Yeah,
Plus,
it's sort of disgusting. You eat so much that it costs $700,000 in 3 years to feed you.
My God.
Oh, man.
Well, I mean, I do believe that Shani took a lion's share of the money.
Big
The
time.
makeup,
To be fair, Rev has some really, really terrible spending habits, right? Like, it's unfair. I mean, it was a joint effort of them running through his money, and the fact that wrap your head around $700,000 in 3 years.
Yeah.
Like you have to work in
a year.
That's insane. There's people that have worked for 30 years and they made that much.
Or haven't ever had worked for 30 years and haven't made that much.
Look, the reality is $700,000 to any normal human doesn't mean you can stop working. Obviously, you still got to have a job, but you can have a house paid for, a mortgage done.
Yeah.
You could set yourself up to where you don't ever have to worry about if your job doesn't work out. You could literally go fucking flip burgers at McDonald's and make ends meet, right? You never have to worry about it. But they don't have any sense.
Yeah. But I mean, with abandon is putting it mildly. I mean, spending with abandon is literally putting. I mean, they bought I think a lot of the shit they bought, just like their PS5, was just for fucking bragging rights, man.
Well,
you mean like $800 Walmart shopping spending video?
Yeah.
The YouTubers that do these shopping sprees that do go up and be like, I spent one of the YouTubers I've watched is like, I buy a $10,000 mystery box off YouTube.
Look,
now that video they make, and will get more in AdSense and
anybody that walks in
than what they spend.
And spends $800 to be put on the FBI watch list.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they spent it on. I mean, we heard yesterday about Rev literally paying Nick Avocado to watch one of his mukbangs.
Look, man, it's madness, right?
Oh, he was bragging about how he got a good review. It's like, you just paid him. Dude ain't going to say shit bad, is he?
Yeah, and then Shani hits him down with, well, listen, man, I could do a better mukbang than you any day sort of thing, man,
$650 a day.
Hey, check that out.
He eats enough. She should be a fucking crow at how to eat.
That is crazy.
Well, just think if he had a just a normal job, right? Let's say, let's give him the benefit of the doubt and say he worked 40 hours a week and made $10 an hour, right? Like, if he just
a month.
What I'm getting at is that first of all, he wouldn't have as much time to spend the money, right? He's not just sitting around in the fucking orthopedic bed ordering shit off of eBay.
Exactly.
Orthopedic bed.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, he'd also understand the actual value of money because he got given everything.
He admitted that today.
He doesn't understand actually the value of that money. When I buy something, I'm like, oh, okay, I need some new cutlery. And say this, and I go back on when I was able to work my hourly wages, which was like £5.40 an hour. So that's probably just under $10 an hour.
I know a bunch of motherfuckers that make a pretty decent living and none of them got a pot to piss in.
I'll be like, oh, I need cutlery. Oh, this cutlery costs 10 quid. Oh shit, it costs 2 hours work.
Yeah.
Is that worth it?
That's what Rev said. Rev said they were 16,000 in the hole.
Well, for rent, yeah.
16,000. And first of all, they're renting, which is just baffling to me.
Where's the extra $1,000 come from? Because they paid $3,000. It was like there was 6,000 before.
Sorry.
Like, no, wasn't it? I remember.
Listen, it's just what he said.
Not that long ago. There's not been 2 months past since they said there was 6,000 in debt.
That's what he said. He said he's 16K in the hole for rent, and that her little $200 isn't going to do shit for that, and that she hasn't paid 1 month's rent in the year and a half that they live there.
That's true too. Yeah. Well, I mean, he got $20 yesterday, and this all kicks off with him being angry because he's waking up at 6 a.m. and he actually accused her, "You're pimping yourself out." And she says to him at one moment, "Well, this guy offered $120 for a video," and he said, "Yeah, but I had to be in it too, and I don't want to be." And she said, "Well, you've done it before, haven't you?" And he said, "Well, I didn't want to do it then either." So basically. Yeah,
are they talking about the porn or him spreading his butt cheek?
Porn.
Or something else?
Someone was offering money for sex video.
The butt cheek episode.
I've got no problem with sex work. I've sold pictures of myself before when I needed money for my kid, and this was like years ago. And I've said to my partners, like, if I need money for me and my kids for rent for something or something like that, and that's what I've got to do to get money, I'm going to do it, and you need to understand that. Most of the guys have gone like, mate, I'm not comfortable with that. I'd rather fucking give you the money.
Okay.
And I'm like, okay, fair enough. I respect that you aren't comfortable with it. If we're together, I won't do it.
Yeah.
Because it's not fair either. But if they were to say, I don't want you to do it, but I'm also not going to do anything to help the situation, I'd be like, well, then fuck you, because I've got to live. I've got to have money for my kids.
Yeah, it is what it is.
But I would never do it without checking they were okay with it. Like,
Shanny just goes for it.
So disrespectful.
Rev's good with it.
Yeah.
I mean, could you imagine just with that 700,000, all right, already owning the house, where in Pennsylvania? Yeah. It would not have taken, and I've been a contractor my whole life. If G-Man could have lived there, all right, and we know there was a bit of roof damage that probably would have cost Rev about $4 or $5 grand to have fixed.
20K tops. I don't give a shit what's wrong with that house.
There you go. Yes, straight up, JP. 20 grand tops. Right?
And that's
you
a house
been living in a home that was already paid. You had the title to
the equity you got in it.
Yeah,
man, and
you could remortgage it off and pay for it to be repaired.
That's he could literally pay 20 grand and then fucking sell it for 250.
We're talking about people who can't even get out of their fucking bed.
For fuck's sake, someone in her live chat had to say to her when the key fobs were stolen and they called the police that, hey, you've now got a crime reference number because you reported this to the police under the assumption it was stolen.
Yeah.
You can take that crime reference number to the insurance company, and the insurance company will give you a key fob.
Look, you could strip that house in Pennsylvania to the fucking studs and put everything back brand fucking new for 20K and then sell it for $250,000. Easy.
Yeah, I'm not sure what it's like in America, but over here, if the house isn't salvageable, you can wreck it, level it, and sell the land off because it already has the planning permission rights for whatever house it was. So people will buy that and be like, great, I've got land to build a house and I don't have to go apply to the government for permission for this and this and this and this and this. Because you can build a house, say it was a 4-bedroom house with 3 bathrooms. You can build again another 4-bedroom house with 3 bathrooms, however you want. But you don't have to apply for more planning permission. And if it's like that in America, they could even if the house isn't salvageable, they can wreck it and sell it off and still have money to live on.
Yeah, I don't understand. I mean, I have a cousin in London. He's lived in England all his life, and he was the CEO of a company called St. James's Place. Check it out, guys, if you want. Google it. He has assets of $13 billion because he manages money of sheiks, oil states, for instance. That's all he does. He manages money for the multimillionaires, and he takes a fee out of it. I mean, he's living. I mean, the man's rich off this industry, and I don't understand how Rev hasn't put 50 grand away. You got to put it away for a certain amount of time. Of course, it's not something that's going to pay back big dividends in a year. Mostly, it starts off with 5-year terms, and you get a certain amount of profit, to the 20% back. They promise you that, and I don't understand that they didn't have the, just the gumption, the sense to put something away.
Like a lot of people that win the lottery will do something like they'll put that million. They put it in a bank account, a high return, and they don't touch the million. They live off the interest it gets every month.
Exactly. And I mean,
that's what Rev's mom tried to do for him. That's what all those fucking stocks and shit were. He was supposed to be living off the principal, right? He had a house. That's exactly what was set up for him.
That up too?
Oh my god!
Well, I mean, that's the money he spent.
Yeah.
Oh god.
I mean, it wasn't a lump sum of cash, right? It was like investments and they were living off the dividends. I don't know how
all that works. I don't know the details on that, so I wasn't sure. But God,
sadly, I would think that Medusa would be more tempting to look at than
that. There had to be some kind of allure, right? Like,
I think I would rather turn to stone than actually look into those eyes.
I'm just saying, I don't give a shit if Shani looked like Halle Berry. If she woke up at 6 o'clock in the morning calling me a deadbeat motherfucker after I spent $700,000 on her ass, the middle of my foot would have been in her back. I'd have kicked her ass right out of bed. So, bitch, get out.
Those snakes on the top of her head are gagging and trying to pull away.
Can you imagine the children upstairs listening to that stuff today, guys? And I mean, how scary that must be for
I feel
kids.
awful for them. Like,
oh boy, scary, yeah.
Yeah, like their arguments. It's imagine hearing your mum's boyfriend, who she's only been with 3 years, threaten to kill not only her but you.
I'm gonna kill you and your
her not saying,
shitty
"Excuse
kids.
me, what the fuck did you say? No one threatens my kid. You go touch them, I will beat the motherfucking shit out of you. Get out before I call the police."
The best part is the very last thing she says is, "All right, guys, I'm gonna after she's been threatened with death. I'm gonna go play some Xbox, guys. I'll catch you later."
And relax.
She doesn't believe that.
I missed it all. I caught the very start of it.
Do you have look in the private chat? Do you see that link right there? Well, there you go. That's it.
No, hey,
I'll watch it later. But I mean, straight up, I caught the very start of it when she was like, "Yeah, we did stocks," and he's like, "Bitch, you didn't do shit. I did stocks," And then I left. And I had to go catch the train. I had like 20 minutes to get to the train. And then when I come back, man, the whole internet's exploding and the shit was already taken down. And I was like, what the fuck happened?
It's got it up there ready to pay. You can watch it now, Charlie. You can watch it, but
I'm getting some information here if anybody cares to hear it.
By the way,
wait, what?
That link will not open for me.
I care to hear it.
Adam.
It won't open.
So I just seen your comment. What? I saw something on the when I went to tried to talk on that stream. Apparently that stream was made for kids. It was uploaded as child safe.
Yep. It was.
Wow. And we saw.
Can't really explain why. Is that a YouTube thing? They make more money that way,
talking about sex and porn.
Actually, yes. If you list your videos not for kids and adult rated, you ain't getting shit. You will not.
Then that's why they did it, because it was listed for kids.
But she can get kicked off now.
Real quick, I just put another link in there. See if that one works for you. If it doesn't, let me know.
Okay, yeah, because that one there doesn't work. I tried to open it. Let me see this one.
All right,
hit us up with the skinny JT.
I got some news if you guys want to hear it. All right, apparently the word on the street is this.
Okay.
CPS has been alerted, and they're, I'm sure, going to do some kind of check. But that the police were dispatched, and they knocked on the door, and the house was dark, and no one answered the door.
Hiding.
So
well,
that's the
Brad
word.
said live on his live stream, and I think it was also said in Jules. No, not Jules Tells. It was said in another live stream that someone had said that they'd called the police already.
Listen, I also got something else, and this is a quote. I do know the officer at the scene was talking to someone from this community and reviewing the video in their parking lot.
Oh, wow.
Oh, no.
So shit's about to get hairy.
So they're going to be back, man. I mean, it doesn't matter if he doesn't open the door right now. They'll just wait till the lights are on and then go back.
Right. And also, CPS also has the video. They take death threats on children pretty seriously.
Yeah.
Make no mistake, Shanny wanted this on camera.
There's been it's dark in the house. There's been a threat on multiple people's lives. Do you not think that the police are going to barge the motherfucking door down?
You kind of think
because
that.
they might be under the impression, no, maybe everyone's dead because there's already been a death threat.
Well, probable cause is something, really, it's a thin line, but
yeah, we take it pretty seriously over here.
Yeah. Family annihilation used to be a rarity, and these days it's getting ever more common, unfortunately. Yeah.
I mean, would that not be a probable cause for you to assume if someone's made a death threat and no one's answering the door?
I'm sure you also have to take into consideration, I will bet anything, including the kitchen sink, that they've had numerous calls to this address prior to this.
Oh, sure.
So, most of them know their apartment by heart. Oh, not them fucking people again.
Listen here, Redcoat. We take our freedom seriously. That was a joke that apparently nobody thought was funny. But...
when the cops showed up at Chris Watts' house, when her best friend called. Remember when her best friend called, that's her bag sitting there, her shoes are there. She had an appointment this morning at the doctor. The cop had to ask Chris Watts, was it okay to enter his house?
That's how
but that's not this. I wouldn't say that's the same probable cause. They're there, maybe okay, their stuff is there.
Probable cause is I go to their house as a policeman, and then they don't answer the door, but I hear a woman screaming.
Then
I have a probable cause to enter, right?
Oh, so it has to be that a crime is currently
They have to
happening, not
they have to be willing to stand in front of a judge and say, I thought that life and death someone was going to happen, and someone was going to be tragically injured if I didn't act immediately.
Dead now, they're dead.
You know what happened to me when I got swatted? Was the cops showed up 6 o'clock on Sunday morning. My dog was going crazy, and he never did this before. So I opened up the door and I looked outside, and there was a cop behind my van, and he was signaling me to come out. So I thought that the neighbors who had just moved in, I thought there was a problem there, and they were trying to empty out the houses surrounding the neighbor's house. Yeah. So I walked out. Now, when I walked out, there were laser beams all over me.
Yeah, you told me it was the measles.
It was unbelievable. There were cops everywhere. I couldn't believe it. I was like, holy shit, look at this.
40 laser,
Yes, there was. They were everywhere. So anyway, I only saw one of them. You know what I mean? All the rest were hiding. Okay, so when I got outside, the sergeant said to me, are you killing anybody in there? And I said, no, get out of here. They said, are you holding anyone hostage? I said, no. I said, my only hostage is my dog, and he won't leave. I pointed at my dog. And then he said, can we check?
Are we allowed in? Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's what he said. And now listen, it ran. I had some weed growing in the back room. I mean, I had some killer weed. Anyway, when he said, can we check? The only thing that went through my mind was, if I said no,
are you going to shoot me? Right?
Well, no, I wasn't worried about being shot, but I knew that they would break the door down. Yes. You know what I mean? Because the person that called said that I was holding my family hostage and I was killing them one by one. And this person managed to escape through the back door, and he's calling the police. All right. So if I would have said no and went back into my house, I guarantee you they would have broke the door down. I guarantee.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I guarantee. So to avoid the broken door, I said, yeah, sure, you can check. Go right ahead.
Yeah.
And they busted me for the weed, which I was very cooperative. The cops said that in court, that I was very cooperative. So they only gave me a $500 fine, which
still lame as hell.
Yeah, but still a motherfucker that bitch called on you, man. I mean, I remember you were in shock, man. When you called me, you told me, Steve, I walked outside, man, and I didn't know. I was so afraid to just move an inch because
I couldn't believe it.
It was instantly, Popey said, Steve, it was like I got the German measles in an instant. I was just covered in red spots.
That's exactly what it was. I mean, I only saw one cop.
Hey, Lardo,
when I walked outside, man, holy shit. Where the hell did they come from? You know what I mean? They were everywhere, man. It looked
Did
like
you ever figure out who called on you?
Yeah, we know.
Well, we think it was a guy from Australia, a little punk named Trolltic
Brony.
Trolltic Brony, yes.
Oh, are you serious? Yeah, because I mean, remember, I used to be in all your streams back on Sunday.
Yes.
So I remember back in the day.
You know who Trolltic Brony is. Yes.
Holy
How does that
shit.
work?
Are you serious?
He called up the cops and said that Lardo had,
No, but I mean, how did the fucking dispatch? How did someone in another country manage to make the police believe that they were in that state?
They used Skype.
Yeah. And Popey was broadcasting live on Blog TV at the time.
No, I wasn't. No,
right.
That was 6 o'clock. I remember it was June 30th. 6 o'clock in the morning. It was a Sunday. Wait a minute. Was it June 1st or June 30th? Oh, shit. Now my memory's gone. But I wasn't broadcasting. It was 6 a.m. I do remember that. It was a Sunday morning, 6 a.m. And like I said, my dog started going nuts. And, I'm over there wondering why. What the hell's wrong?
Well, I'll give a quick, since we got a few new people here. This is what we know so far, and take it with a grain of salt. This is just someone that's on the internet saying this, but I don't think they're a liar. But we'll see. The cops were dispatched. They reported a dark apartment, but they were also in talks with someone from Dragnot's community. Yeah, and they were watching the video. CPS is also been alerted, and they're going to come out at some point. They've also seen the video. So what happens from all this? I guess we'll have to wait and see.
She's going to beg him. Oh, woe is me, guys! Look what the trolls. The old fucking
trolls. Look, man. Look, it's all fun and games, and I don't do the whole doxing. I don't do any of that shit. I don't call the cops, and I didn't call the cops here either. But I knew people did. When you get on video and say you're going to murder your family, like, dude, you can't do that, right?
Yeah, you can't afford to not take it seriously.
Yeah, you can't do that.
These people are like, oh my god, the trolls are so mean. The trolls are ruining my life. I would just get away with this stuff if people didn't it's like they have this image. They can act this way, like they do off camera, and expect to get away with it like they do off camera. If you do something wrong and document it, your people are going to do the right thing. Like it. Oh, I can't vocalize it properly. What I'm trying to think. Sorry. Like
you're right. You're okay, man. Take your time.
It's like with not Rev. With Vaughn. Where it's like, oh, they made my kids get taken away. They made my kids get taken away. It's all so bad. And it's like, right, you're just pissed off because you going on the internet make people aware of the bad situation your children were in. So they did something.
Sure.
Yep, that's it.
Like, are you pissed off? You're just pissed off that you can't get away with it. Because people now are aware of what things are like. And it's the same with them. They're upset that they're not able to get away with it.
Yes, but we're gonna hear
we're trolls. We're holding people accountable.
Yes, I know, but we're gonna hear that we are trolls and that we are the reason.
And it's all
Yeah, I mean, that's the price of playing the game, baby. That's just how it is. If these people were normal, they wouldn't cry about trolls on the internet ruined my life and stole my wife. And
exactly.
You mean like parents interrogating their children on camera and then posting it on the internet and then blaming the trolls for bringing their children into it?
You are the district manager of the Ku Klux Klan.
Yes,
that's the price we pay for playing the game, baby.
It's like, what's it? They're saying it's our fault that their son.
And don't forget, I murdered my wife.
Right? Yeah, and you tried to murder his wife, you motherfucker.
Yeah, his too.
DB Cooper, DBF.
Right.
But you know what? You know what's really, really disgusting about this whole thing is Shani will get online and Shani will cry. And Shani will say, I have no support. I have no money now because he's gone, you know, or if they separate.
Yeah,
and here's the most disgusing thing is there's people out there that will send her
give her. Yeah.
Hey man.
People believe her. That's the thing, like they genuinely believe her because she is good at the game.
Yes.
Anyone that's done 5-minute research into her knows, but a lot of people can't be bothered to do it.
I know. You know, it's like with the Christian evangelists. It's like with the guys that make all the money off the Christians.
Yeah,
you know, the guys on TV. The one guy owns 6 jets.
Oh, the one that looks like he's wearing a fucking human skin suit with the crazy eyes.
It's that guy, the guy that looks like the devil. Okay, well, anyway.
Is that Pat Robertson or the other one?
You know what? I don't blame those people. I don't blame those people. I don't blame those people at all. Those people found a market. They found a market for the bullshit that they're selling. Now, the ones I blame are the idiots who are buying their bullshit.
Preach it, brother. Preach it. Hey, look, because
there are idiots that are paying for those jets.
Because the Lord wants me to have a Ferrari to do the Lord's work faster.
Right. It's like, I don't want to be in one of those devil tin cans. I can't be all priest in there. I'm surrounded by the eighth of you.
Yes, that's the guy. That's the guy. Kenneth Copeland is his name.
Kenneth Copeland is like, COVID-19, I blow on you.
Yeah, that's the guy. Now listen, like I said, I don't blame those guys. I don't blame them guys at all. They found a market. They found a niche.
They sure have, Matt.
Yep, you know,
I hear you.
They found people that are willing to give them money. Well, good for them. However, the idiots that send them money, those idiots ought to be slapped. You know?
All you godless fucking heathens need a good fucking holy fire.
You're going to burn in the lake of fire.
Yeah, well, I'll be
at my altar and
I'll be in good company.
Bring back the witch trials.
Max
Not me, motherfucker. I'm going to the promised land.
Yeah, right. yeah, I know.
Supernatural debt relief, they call it, Popey. And you know the worst of it is they go to the third world. They go to Africa. They go to Indonesia. And I tell people, you know, if you believe in my gospel, you plant your little seed at my altar. The more you plant, the more you get to harvest, of course. But max out your credit cards because I will insure you of supernatural debt relief, they call it, guys.
Yes. And there are idiots that do that.
But they're like people who get scammed online for all their savings, man. They're just either fucking greedy and gullible or gullible and greedy.
Yes.
Or sadly, the little old lady sitting in front of their TV on Sunday mornings in the old days with the phone in their hand and the credit card, pushing them 7-digit numbers to donate to, you know.
Well, can you imagine being so close to death? Like you're old, you know you're gonna die soon, and you're like, what if? I might die tomorrow. I better make sure if there is an afterlife.
Payment on a fucking golden house by the why not?
Like that, and
she doesn't like to pay that credit card bill.
Like,
and then there are the ones that set up the resort.
That get scammed because there's reasons for it. Like, and it's not just like smart people don't get scammed. It's people that have this void that they're trying to fill, people that are like that need something.
Ardo is a
scammed.
former head auditor of the Clearwater, Florida
Scientology
branch.
Who?
Yep.
Ardo,
Yeah.
he's a former auditor.
Fort
The
Harrison
one
Hotel.
the one that's got Vaughn on there.
Yeah, he's a former Scientology auditor.
Are
He was
you
head auditor.
serious?
He used to audit Tom Cruise.
Class 12. Class 12.
Oh my god!
He's a clear.
He's a class 12. Yep, he's right up there.
Hey, let me tell you, I filled my pockets and I ran.
I actually have the lady who used to audit Tom Cruise is a pretty good friend of mine on Facebook. She's called Tori Magoo. Tori
Really?
Christman.
I'm absolutely obsessed with like the Scientology cultism things. Like I do find religious cults and the non-religious cults like rather fascinating.
Well,
aren't you like a Wiccan or some shit?
Listen, hold on.
I'm pagan.
Hold on a minute. Wait a minute. Listen.
Is that a cult?
Yeah.
Hold on. I do not now or at any time have been any part of Scientology.
I was just joking.
All right? Yeah, he was.
Wait a minute. No, wait a minute. He was the Pope of No Hope.
That's
There
right.
you go.
I am the Pope of No
Fort
Hope.
Harrison Hotel a couple
I was
times.
so excited for a minute. I wanted to hear some fucking hilarious stories of like.
Well, you know what?
It is a hilarious story.
One day I mounted my video camera on my bike on my handlebars, and I rode down there. Stevio remembers that video, and I rode down through. You know, I am in the capital of Scientology.
They got OSA after him. They got the Office of Special Affairs after Popey.
Yeah, man, you should see these people, man.
Yeah,
when they saw that camera, holy shit, man!
I tell you what,
you should see the look. I mean, the look that I got. They never pulled me over or anything like that.
Didn't they follow you though, Popey? Didn't they follow you?
They did follow me, yes, but I mean, just the looks alone. The looks alone that I got. I mean, man, if looks could kill, I'd be dead. You know, I mean,
like, they don't like people that they can't control or don't like the look of, or that can manipulate a situation.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Anywhere near there, there's like public parks that they technically own, but they're like, no, anyone can use. And then the minute a person that they think is a suppressive person enters, they call the police. They're like, get them the hell off.
Oh, not only that, but they have their own little wannabe secret service, you know.
Yeah.
Their church police who want to run around and try and intimidate you, and you know straight up all they are is nothing but wannabe failed cops.
Yes,
you know, they get sucked into this pyramid scheme bullshit.
Hey, Charlie, those are the guys that you should be fearful of, not the police.
No,
they follow their own law. They follow their own laws. They don't follow the society's laws. They follow their own. You know,
you should look at how the Sea Org treats gay people too. It's pretty hilarious.
Well, you know what? I Lisa McPherson died in that hotel. There was a German guy called who boiled himself to death in the bath in that hotel. Lisa McPherson they kept for about 180 days, giving her this mental rundown. But anyway, what I was going to say, I'm an official SP. I wrote my thesis on cults, and I got to know a lot of the top Scientologists, Mike Rinder and Marty Rathbun. They were the heads of OSA. They're the guys who got the guy from the BBC, Simpson, to go nuts. Remember, he went nuts on them. But what I was going to say, they infiltrated the IRS when David Miscavige took over. They jailed Heber Jench, whose wife's Karen de la Charriere. She's another lady from Florida. You know, they've got websites even about her. But anyway, what the point I was going to make, they went to the IRS head office, David Miscavige, on 3 o'clock on a Friday afternoon and asked could they speak to the head of the IRS. They had infiltrated the IRS. They were already coercing and blackmailing IRS agents. And they got a singularly unique deal, it was called, tax-free, from before and ever henceforth since. And it was called Operation Snow White. And the IRS said that this organization, the OSA, the Office of Special Affairs, was comparable and if not better to the CIA guys.
Like they got caught, they broke in and planted evidence as well, didn't they? On someone.
Hubbard's wife went to jail for that,
And they were like taking out individual cases, like lawsuits. They were taking lawsuits out against the individual agents, suing them.
Yeah, I mean, this guy stole Jack Parsons' yacht, you know, and his wife, Hubbard. Hubbard was not a nice guy.
No, he was evil and bit noncy, really, wasn't he? He had all those female agents on that boat with him that were like 16, 17.
Yeah, that was Karen the short. She was one of those little shorts, you know, in very, very skimpy short girls that used to be his sort of like personal attendee.
Yeah.
So,
And no one knows where Miss Garage's wife is. She's still MIA.
Yeah, well, Miss Cabbage's wife, she's actually in Arizona in the Church of Spiritual Technology. That's
Flag. It's all flag.
Yeah, well, no flags in Florida. That's flag. That's the top.
Well,
say,
Flagstaff
They
is in
think
Arizona.
she's in that like secret base that there's like armed guards at and stuff,
Well,
don't they?
they've got Ron Hubbard's, let's say, writings on titanium plates in a vault in the mountain there. That's
that's it. They think she's on base there, being held against her will.
You know, he's with a guy called Miscavige is with a lady called Stuckenbrock now, and you know what? They took him down to Hammett Hot Springs in California. They locked up Uwe Stuckenbrock. He was
dude, what are you doing to me?
Oh, sweet baby Jesus.
Mate.
It looks like it looks like one of the aliens in the Star Wars bar.
No one might flag us for that, guys. Eh?
That is horrifying.
All right, I'll take it down.
Come on, Lars.
All right.
Yeah. Heber Jentz is still missing, Freedom Fighter. Where's Heber Jentz? He actually was the guy who was meant to inherit it, and Miscavige stole it right under his nose away. Popey, where did you get that moment of?
Even her fucking body looks sad. It looks like a sad.
It does.
It looks like a sad. What's it? Umpaluppagus?
You should see the one that's not edited.
No, I do not. Should not.
Straight up, hey, straight
between
up,
you and between
straight up.
you and
What is
Dilla's
the
butt
female
balloons,
version?
I'm over it.
We need to find the name of a female hut from like Jabba the Hutt.
Jabba, yeah, Jabba.
Jabina.
Slubba.
Jabina the Hutt.
Flubber.
Slubba the slut.
No, it's Shaniba. Shaniba.
Okay.
Shaniba the Hutt.
God, who would pay for watch that fucking? I don't know. Red's got a dick about this size, guys. Seriously, when it's a wreck.
We got prolapse buttholes. We got anime dick women. We got fucking Channy with her fucking clothes off. We got butt balloons.
Just Channy with her clothes off is absurd enough. Just
she's actually got boobs on her back, man. She's got boobs on her back.
Back
titties. You know,
there's a video. Burnt Toast just put out a video about those two. And I left a comment on Burnt Toast's video that at a certain timestamp, I can't remember what it is, but they act like children. I mean, you should hear them. Shani is making fun of someone, and she's saying something like, "Oh, what's the matter? Oh, no."
They do weird shit.
That baby talk shit.
I can understand how they burnt through that money. I understand it. Yeah. I mean, they're children.
Well, when they fight each other, it's like siblings, and that's really weird.
It's weird. So the other day when it was like, it seemed like she was obviously on uppers. Yeah. Like.
Yes.
She seemed like she was on like some MDMA high or something.
Just something to think about is like for people to do drugs like MMDA and meth, you have to know people. You have to have a drug dealer. Yeah. These people don't have no fucking drug dealer.
No, they don't.
The only drug they're getting is from a head shop or from a liquor store. That's it.
And paying double the price for it.
And you can get some fucked up shit in the head shop.
You can get the worst. I love you, baby.
Kiss me. Kiss me. I need kiss me on my forehead. I need to feel better. Kiss me.
Oh yeah, it's fucking gut-wrenching.
Why are you leaving me?
I think weren't you guys talking
Shanna,
about
you're
this
being so
last
cringy.
week?
Stop it.
Yeah.
Like he actually said to her, like, what the fuck are you acting like?
I think they were in some sort of synthetic coke the other day, man, because he kept,
I'm certain you can buy like bath salts and shit from head shops, or at least you used to be able to.
That's what I thought.
And maybe they get into something like that, but they're not getting like anything hardcore. They're not getting heroin.
Bath salts are as hardcore as you get, dude. I mean, I've done that.
Me too.
I tried it once.
All right, well,
never again.
I mean, it was just like cocaine to me. I mean, I didn't go crazy.
No, I didn't go crazy either. That's what I'm saying. The people that get the zombie shit, they've got problems already.
I wouldn't even know which one that is. I just know the stuff that I fucked with. And this is like 2007. This is a long time ago. I thought Obama had banned them. So but I mean,
mine was later than that. But it was.
I just remember it was
10 years ago.
The first little toot would be a little bit burny, but after that, it was exactly the same as cocaine.
Oh man!
For me, it was the same as
what kind of dirty cocaine are you having, man?
That's
pretty
pretty
good, I thought.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know. I've never had good Coke, though.
I mean, I'm not a huge guy. I mean, listen, I'm not gonna act like I'm, fucking Tony Montana over here. I'm just, I just got the shit that everybody else got, right?
I've barely done. I've not really done a lot of drugs or anything, and
me neither.
It's been years and years
I never
ago.
used it like I didn't like bust out lines and shit. Like I basically used it as an energy drink so that I could keep drinking booze all night. That's how I always treated it.
Yeah.
Well, I can guarantee you that they're stoned all the time.
I'm sure they're on something.
If you think about this, if you give people like them bath salts, it will do some fucked up shit.
Oh yeah, sure.
Like us, it's whatever, like Coke, whatever. But for them, that will.
Honestly, with Rev's problem and Shani's mental instability, anything like that is going to be highly dangerous for them.
Exactly.
They don't have the personal temperament to cope with drugs. Some people can do certain drugs and be perfectly fine, and then do another one and can't. If I want to have a kid and were to be into that scene, I know I can't do, say, hallucinogenics because I have PTSD. And that would be a big mistake for me to do because I run the risk of having an extremely bad trip because of my PTSD.
But see, even thinking that far ahead is already farther than these people are capable of doing.
You're projecting normality onto insane people.
That's a good point.
If they thought 3 moves ahead, he wouldn't have spent $700,000 in 3 years.
If he thought 3 moves ahead, he wouldn't have shacked up with her and realized that even he could do better.
Well, he said that she trapped him, man. He practically said today,
he did. This is the greatest shit ever.
Yeah.
Does anyone know how to save a video off a BitChute? Can I download it off of BitChute?
I'm sure.
No, don't tell him. Don't tell him because he's going to upload some awful fucking thing. I can see your grin, man. I know what you're planning.
Google search BitChute video downloader. Because trust me, I've downloaded every single one of mine.
He's going to make us watch Shani porn.
So
I just want to ask.
Okay.
I just want to ask a quick question to Freedom Fighter 29. If that was your wife, would you buy ribbed condoms and turn them inside out for your pleasure?
Oh God!
Sounds to me like they ain't been having a whole lot of need for condoms lately.
Yesterday, oh God!
Well, yeah, didn't they say they just fucked last night?
Yeah,
that's what Shane said. You fucked me last night,
then he goes, "Oh, I'm disgusted. I can't believe I put my dick in you."
Didn't she say like 3 days ago they hadn't had sex in like months or something like that?
Well, she said today that she wasn't disgusting yesterday when they had sex. Exactly. Right when she said that, he went, "Oh my God!"
Do you think he actually had real sex with her and didn't just do the Victorian trick of fucking the
There ain't no telling.
Straight up, Rev is going like a little poodle as fast as he could, and Shani in her mind is going, "Does he realize it's just a fold?" And he's hitting like half a foot to the left.
That's not my vagina. That's my belly button.
Right. If that was my wife, I would only buy hookers and coke. No shit.
Lots of coke.
Yeah, lots of bath salts, really.
You just whatever. Just whatever.
I mean, she was
scrape up some fucking Comet and sprinkle some fucking baby laxative in it. I'm going to town. Fuck it.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Well, to shag her anyway, you need a bag of Florida sprinkle.
Well, I mean, the reality is that she just sits still long enough for him to find a fold and spit on it.
Also, here's the thing.
Oh, there are folds of plenty.
Did anyone notice how extremely calm and numb she was when he was not only at that moment when he was threatening her and touching her and approaching her and saying he was going to hit her. I know with my PTSD, which she also claims she has, or I believe she has at least, I have it where if a guy moves just a little bit too quickly towards me, I can sometimes get triggered. But if someone actually went to lift their hand to me as if they were going to hit me, I would be like gone. I'd be catatonic, panic attack, like full-on flashbacks, freaking out. Considering she had flashbacks, crying about anything, like
that she expected it, that she wanted it. That's
exactly. But Vila, take into account most of her complaints and illnesses and disorders.
Oh no, I know. I'm just saying, like, she's so fucking shit at faking it. She didn't even do it at the right time. Like,
well, that's telling you something, girl.
Yeah, there you go.
Yes,
I mean, look, this guy literally threatened to erase her family from existence, and her retort at the end of all this was, "Fuck it, I think I'll play some Xbox
and relax."
Right, and kick back.
Yeah.
So I mean, this is something that she totally elicited this. I'm not saying dude's not responsible for it. Dude is fucked up for doing what he did. I'm not saying he's not. I'm just saying this is exactly what she wanted to happen.
He's not going to do it if she was that relaxed.
Yeah.
If she claims otherwise, then she is the most irresponsible fucking parent ever, and that is saying something considering we've lived in a world where people have locked their daughters in basements and had babies with them.
Yeah.
Look, the ultimate ending of that video would have been, "Oh hell no, you ain't," and him snatching up that PS5 and going, "I'm heading to the
I'm pawning this bitch."
Yeah, later. I'm out. Deuces.
Get me some gas money.
Secular had a comment about watching Rev in the videos instead of paying attention to the
I watched that.
Just watch Rev. Well, I did that last night on the pumpkin bread with chocolate chips. I did that. I was watching
Rev. Fucking about with a sword, wasn't he?
Yes. And you know what? It hit me that here's a guy who doesn't work. He has no accomplishments.
Nothing.
He has no
skills.
Yeah, he's got nothing. All he's got is a big fat hog. That's it. And I thought to myself, this is not good for your psyche.
Well, at least he knows.
Maybe he's fattening her up to take her to the fair.
He's a feeder.
How much do you think she's going to be worth on the market?
Well, listen, he realizes that no woman in the world is going to want his pee-pee after it's been stuck in that fucking abomination.
Yeah, I hear you.
I don't think
he
any
said that.
woman's
He said
going to
that
want
in the
him
video.
after
He
the
said,
fucking head fuck.
He said, "No, I'm not going to be able to find another woman to lie with me after I've been inside you, you gross monster."
That was amazing.
He said that. He said that.
Is that they sit around all day, every day,
doing nothing.
I mean, what kind of
existence
self-esteem does Red have?
Zero.
Zero is right. Yes, that's what it is. It's zero. I mean, the guy, he's got to have no respect for himself at all. You know what I mean?
Otherwise, he wouldn't even be with her.
What was your first clue?
Well, no, he's told her that during arguments when she tells him that that he has nothing and that he's worthless. He'll say, "Yeah, I am."
Yeah. Well, listen.
What is your next point?
Not only that, but she will literally browbeat him into apologizing for her fucking with him.
Yeah.
Look, straight up. She got him to become Revelina. That was the day he lost his balls.
Yeah, he's got a butt plug 24/7 with her name on it.
He's already emasculated, guys. He's just a simp XL, man. He's just this simp.
I remember
simp.
About a year ago or so, maybe a little more, I had a little bit of hope for Rev. I thought, there might, what I mean? I didn't really know the guy. I wasn't paying close attention. But now I say no. There really is no hope for this guy.
I had that same hope around Christmas Eve. You remember that fight? I was like, holy shit, he's growing a spine. And it was nothing but like a day later, and then he was back to this.
I'm the consummate optimist, and I still hold hope. I think he's not going to have anything to show for it, and I can't promise that he'll be gainfully employed. But I believe the Rev's going to come to his senses and get the fuck up out of there.
I got my fingers crossed.
I hope he does, but he's going to be the one lumped with the debt, isn't he? He just said everything's in his name.
Of course, his credit's fucked now, and she's still got credit.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, when Rev leaves Shanny, that for me personally, that'll be the end. I'll watch the very beginning because it's going to be interesting when they start slinging shit at each other. Yeah. But for the most part, I find Shanny very uninteresting.
Yeah.
And I find Rev very hard to watch. But when they're together, it's like peanut butter and jelly.
Yeah.
I can't even watch their streams. I have to depend on clips from other people.
I agree.
Do you guys remember the stream they did ages ago where Rev was in the toilet trying to stream and Shani was in the background like modding, and you just hear her go like, oh, like was it like, oh,
yeah,
for God's sake. And then
he was directing him
like,
what to say.
oh, for God's sake.
That's when he did the retarded T-Rex.
Yeah, and then it was like, she's like, oh my God, and it's like, what?
Yeah.
And then you're like, it goes back and forth, and she's like,
Rev can't even get a moment's peace in the shitter. Yeah.
And it got to the point where he was like, get off YouTube, and then it's like, okay, I'll block them for you. It's like, oh my God,
that is beautiful.
He looks too clean.
Oh, wow.
He looks
that's way too clean.
Yeah.
You need a dirty him up.
I remember this.
His beard is, listen, Lardo, you're a very good artist. I'm not poo-pooing your talent, but he has that beard is way too healthy. Come on.
Of course not.
You gotta make him look good, you know.
I know. But if you notice,
you've been far too generous.
I like that he's got the physique of a bowling ball. I do like that. I appreciate that.
If you notice the eyes are
they're on it. They're a little bit off center.
I appreciate that. I appreciate the detail there.
Yeah. Hey, you're gonna have to paint.
I like the detail of the children in the background looking out, like what's going on.
Yeah.
What else is out there?
Yeah,
they're digging for worms for lunch.
Jerry's got the brushing up the turds.
Yeah, Jerry's got the broom.
Oh, I didn't notice Jerry with the broom. The kid with the broom.
And he's proud too. He's proud. He's got his pile of garbage.
Mountain of trash.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
He's proud.
Hey, Lardo, you have to paint another one with a black shirt because we're on day 19 of the same black shirt.
Is it 19 now?
What you need to do?
I maintain that the only reason that the print is coming off that top is that he is so filthy and disgusting. Whatever cultures he's growing in his belly button have become corrosive.
Listen,
and are stripping the dye off the shirt.
Look, I am happy to witness the breaking of the previous record of 11 before I die.
Wow.
You know, so before this, the record was 11. Now we're up to 19. It's a bucket list item.
Yes.
You have to figure something out. If we need to get a GoFundMe going, whatever, but get that fucking thing framed and send that fucker to Vaughn.
Oh man,
just mail it to him.
You know what? I emailed Helton about 5 times. The first time I told him, I sent him a picture. I sent him a picture of this painting, and I told him, I said, look, I did a portrait of you. And I put it on eBay, and the bid is up to $450 already.
Really? Wow.
No. This is all a lie.
Okay.
And then I told him, I said, but
I have breaking news. Shani is live. Thank you, Blue. Shani is live, saying that everyone is fine.
Oh no!
I'm gonna go watch this because this is gonna.
Let's have a look. I'll play it. I'll play it straight. I'll play it. Here we go.
No, we can play it.
Mm-hmm.
As a partner, as a friend, as the person in his life.
So Rev back down again, huh?
The decision to
I'm fine. The boys are fine, and Jason is fine.
Saying, because I realize mental illness is real. There's times when I have problems with my mental illness.
Oh no, you don't say.
And I do things that I don't want to do, but I do them anyway.
Oh no!
And I recognize this within him.
Oh.
So since I recognize I have problems and he has his problems, I look at it in a different way than what other people do, because I have training in this type of stuff.
Oh, jeez! What is this?
My main training in my last job was focused on people.
So is Rev there?
So because of that, I don't
know. It's awful quiet.
I see someone going through like a mental health crisis. I don't take it to heart what they say, or even what they do, really.
Listen to this bitch, man. Like she's got fucking psychiatric training.
Well, not only that, listen, this is her walking it back, and shit's getting real, right? This is what makes me believe Rev has a couple more squeezes left in that fucking in that money bag. Just a couple more.
Mm-hmm.
She's probably literally just convinced him this is like a like she said, no, Rev, this is just a mental health episode. All those thoughts that you're feeling right now aren't real. This is just because your mental health is bad.
Going through stuff like that, it's just best to give people grace and love and kindness, and they'll eventually work.
Do you think this is what the lady on the suicide hotline told her?
Because it's hard time, because we're struggling
exactly,
so bad.
Charlie, man.
Of course, you know, tempers are gonna flare and people are gonna lose their shit and stuff. But
I know every time I get into a fight with my lady, I threaten to kill her. That's how I do it.
She does that.
Yeah, and then you go on the internet and talk about it.
Well, I spit on her twice.
Attitude thing, and they just say the most nastiest things that they could possibly think of when they're angry. I don't know why they do that.
She doesn't do that shit, guys. Like she doesn't do that shit.
No.
My dad was like that. My dad.
Guys, shall we go over and have an enjoyment watch together? Shall we?
Yeah, let's go.
Well, actually, folks, I have laundry to do. My
I gotta
daughter's
dip
on
out
her way
too.
home in an
Me too,
hour.
guys.
We are going to go visit a church that was built in 1852. That's 2 blocks away. All right, so watch out for my video.
If you see any darkies, make sure you give them the business.
Okay, I sure will.
Oh my God.
Yeah. I gotta get going through, Stevie-O. All right, see you, Charlie.
Love y'all.
See you, Poppy.
Peace.
See you, Villa. Thank you, Mop. Thank you, Charlie. Thank you, JT, man. It's been fun. Poppy,
take care, guys.
All the best. Poppy, next time we're going to do an art show, and we're going to do your art show.
All right, that's cool.
Same side. Villa, thank you for hanging, honey. It's been, as always, our pleasure.
That's all right. It's a nice distraction.
Stevie, tell Bonnie I said hello.
Hey.
Will do, guys. All the best.
All right.
Take care.
Okay. See you guys later.